Okay, so a couple of days ago I did a video, um, and one of the things that was brought up was just the importance of family, the importance of having a strong knit or tight knit family organization in order to breathe life and prosperity into a child. Because I'm a firm believer that whatever a child was told they were good at is what they will strive to continue to be as they get older. And the issue I've seen multiple times and I've had when it comes to people in certain communities is that they don't encourage the child to do amazing things beyond what the community is capable of, right? And by that I mean they only tell this child they're good at small things like drug dealing, shooting, you know, having relations with a bunch of people. And for me, I feel that's detrimental to society as a whole to only empower or encourage children to be what they see on TV, right? Like I don't really watch television shows because I find that they portray a message of negativity for everyone. You know, no matter what walk of life you're in, they usually have a very large negative aspect or negative push, ulterior motive or drive to make people feel as if the life they're living isn't the life they should be living, right? And by that I mean, like I said, the show Empire, right? Like I've watched Empire once or twice, and I found it extremely bothersome because the entire agenda on the show is the destruction of a family and then the rebirth of a family and then destruction again. And it's, in my opinion, doing nothing but glorifying a destructive family or destructive core values. And, I just couldn't understand why that was something so many people truly enjoyed watching. But again, people do love drama, which is something I've noticed as well. So when it comes to like a family dynamic, I've noticed a trend, and this trend isn't something new, it's just something I've always noticed since I was a child growing up in the city, that when children are missing one parent or both parents, there is an emptiness in their heart that they're always seeking to fill. And when it comes to young boys, they go out in the neighborhood and they look for adult figures. So if a young boy is missing his father, he's looking for an adult figure, right? And if that adult male role model is a drug dealer or a gangbanger or whatever you want to call it, and that person encourages that boy to be great, and that's his model, he's going to model himself after that after that man, essentially growing up to be just like him in a sense where he is a splitting image of this person that he latched onto as a father figure. And then on the flip side, when young girls grow up without their father, they go out and latch on to men as well, from what I noticed, but it's not so much as a role model, but that love that they're missing in their heart that they weren't given by a father, they seek out in men in more physical ways, right? So it causes a lot of issues because now these young girls and young boys without fathers grow up to walk two different paths in life with a similar outcome. One probably destined to go to jail because he was only taught the most efficient way to go to jail, and then the other destined to, the best way to put it, is be used by men her entire life as nothing more than a sexual object, because she was never taught or never showed that she was more important than just a sexual object. And to me, that's always been such a devastating thing I've noticed. Like I grew up and I saw this with kids that were in my schools, that were in my neighborhood, and you can just see that pattern as it goes through. And then I started thinking, like, why is this such a trend, right? Like, I had both my parents in the house when I grew up. And they fussed and they fought and they argued, but they were always there for me. Right? They always told me I can do whatever I wanted. But it's like then I started noticing, friends and family where it's just one parent, not the other. So they're seeking this connection to another parent that's not there. And then sometimes they would get to the point where, say, okay, well, you know what? I'm going to have children of my own to fill this gap, right? To fill this gap in my heart and have my own children, and they'll love me the way that I wasn't loved as a child, or I loved them the way I wasn't loved as a child, so that I can, empower them to be good. But because whoever's trying to have this child is missing something, they're always trying to find something in this child, always causing there to be an imbalance, right? In my opinion, like an imbalance of the love you're giving versus the love you're receiving. Because since you weren't taught how to love, you're still trying to love. You're trying to learn how to love. But at the same time, it's a skewed kind of love because you don't really know what to give. So you're doing your best, but now you're going through a process of continually trying, a process of trial and error of learning how to love somebody, right? And what I learned is a lot of times it's because if you don't love yourself, you can't love another. So because you always felt neglected of love as a child, you never truly began to love yourself as who you are as a person, leading to an imbalance of the love you give to your child. I don't know if that makes sense. If it doesn't, let me know and I'll reevaluate that thought process, but that's just what I've noticed. Because the last video I was talking about, like plastic surgery and makeup, and I believe, if you don't enjoy your appearance as is and you always alter it with makeup, what's going to happen is that's like a gateway to trying to go down a different path, right? Let's say I didn't like, I like everything here, but let's say I didn't like something that was up here, and I applied makeup and changed it every day or something. Let's say like my eyebrows were too bushy, so I cut them out, and I kept applying changes to it. Then eventually I said, I'll even get a permanent thing. I'll get like laser hair removal to get rid of it, right? And I see people like tattoo their eyebrows. So it gets to the point I'm making these drastic changes to myself where I'm just like, well, eventually I may just go to a doctor, have him do it. Like, nothing against tattoos or anything. Like I have a couple. I don't know if you can see them, but I have a couple. I got mine as messages, not so much as an alteration to myself, but it's messages to myself in case I ever lose my memory. I can figure my way back to where I was. Thank you. But what was it going? Oh yeah. So when it comes to because I've noticed a lot. I'm sure we've all noticed a lot of like these Instagram models, and they have alterations to their body. They've clearly altered their body from its natural state, and they do this for attention, right? They do this for the attention of men or women, depending on what they're into, because they didn't get, in my opinion, I think they didn't get the attention that they were looking for, the love they were craving as a child. Right? Even if they have one parent, two parents, or 6 parents, there was a bit of love that was missing. So they're trying to fill that gap of love with attention from strangers. Like I was logged on to one of their like live feeds, looking at it, and she was talking, she was reading a book talking about education, and every comment was something like sexual, and such disrespect, and she ignored them. But I'm just thinking, why are you subjecting yourself to this type of this isn't new, right? Like I went through and read some of the comments on the page, and it was like 1,000 comments, but this isn't new. People are saying this stuff to you all day. So it's like, are you okay with this? Or were you taught that this is how men talk to women? Or were you taught this is how women talk to women? If you don't have a strong family structure, could that be a side effect? Just a lack of personal respect because you weren't taught how to respect yourself. Now again, these are all just theories that I have and thoughts and processes about stuff like this. This is usually what I spend my days thinking about when I'm mixing up stuff. Just trying to get a better understanding of the way people think in their processes. Or processes, is it processes? I'm not sure. When it comes to stuff like that. And always trying to figure out a better way of thinking about something, because I know that my thought process isn't 100%. So I'm trying to continually take in opinions from people. So if you all have anything, please don't hesitate to share it. Something I should think about, an angle I wasn't thinking of, a perspective I didn't think of, because I'm sure there's something I'm missing, but I just noticed there was a pattern like that of lack of love as a child results in continue looking for love as an adult where love doesn't exist. Because if you don't love yourself, you can't love another, right? Yeah, I think that makes sense.